Chamatkar Sandhu here at post-fight at Cage Warrior 64 alongside Brad Wheeler, who just defeated David Howell by a first-round submission armbar. So first of all, Brad, how do you feel about that victory?
Yeah, I was happy I got the win, but it took a little while. I didn't need to get cut or get hit. I could have done that a bit quicker, but sometimes that's how it is.
What do you think about your opponent coming into this fight, first of all?
There was a little bit of history. Like a couple of years ago, he called me out very disrespectfully the way he done it, and so I didn't like him. But it turns out like he's alright. It's a bit of hype to get a fight.
Does it make it any more satisfying, given there's a little bit of history behind the fight that you got the win?
To get the win like that and make sure it was a finish as well, not like controversial or anything like that. I was just like, look, I'm better than you. Like, you know what I mean? But I could have done without getting cut. But it's part of the fight.
You've had a bit of an up and down career so far in terms of there's a win and a loss and a win and a loss. What do you think you need to do to kind of get this win and then start to win more consistently at Cage Warriors?
Well, arguably, I've won my last 4. You know what I mean? I beat Merv Mulholland. I lost a split decision to Rogers that I thought I won. Then I beat Ahmad Gui. I won a fight on CFC and I just won tonight. So, arguably, in my last 5, I'm 4-1. You know what I mean? It's just down to me and my weight cut. If I have a good diet and a good cut, I perform. I mean, like when I fought in Wales, I don't know if you see the fight, I was fatigued after the first round. And,
right.
Sometimes I have up and downs, I overlook people and I don't train properly for them. I think maybe youth as well. When I was younger, I'm going out and I'm partying, I'm getting drunk. I'm like, you're fighting in 3 weeks? I'm like, yeah, it's all right. But, when it gets to this level on the Cage Warrior scene, you can't afford to be mucking around. You have to be in the gym 6 days a week.
Do you feel as though you've got a more cleaner diet and a cleaner lifestyle these days?
Now, because of, I used to be on the main cards, I was fighting Mansour Barnawi, I was co-main events, I was loving it. Now I'm back to the prelims, and it's only down to myself, but not putting the work in at the gym. Do you know what I mean? So now I'm like, you know what? You ain't getting any younger. Just, pull your finger out, stop partying, just train your ass off, and win fights. Then at least if you train 6 days a week for 6 weeks, you got no regrets if you lose. You know what I mean? If you lose, it's because you're the better guy, not because I went out boozing, I missed a day, I did this, I did that. I just think growing up as well. I'm only 23 now, and that's my 21st fight. I think, I've had a lot of fights, and
I was about to say, you've had a lot of fights for someone that's 20.
At the start of my career, I was badly managed. I was just getting thrown in the deep end, and as a young 18-year-old, I was like, yeah, I fight anyone. They give me Paul Reed, they give me Wesley Murch, all these guys, Francis Higany. I'm like 19, 18, and these guys are veterans, former champions, and I'm fighting them all. And it's I think it's a bit much early, but it's made me the experience how I am now. Do you know what I mean?
I was about to ask, can you take any positivity from being thrown in at the deep end at an early age?
Yeah, now, whenever I'm in any fight, it's no one can show me something I haven't seen before, because I had it all early when I was younger and like a kid. You know what I mean? Now I'm a bit older, I'm starting to grow up. And, any fight, I'll fight anyone. Doesn't bother me.
I was about to say, for a 23-year-old, you've had